Go on with it, but go on with it. Blessings all for my life, man. My thank God for the journey, the earnings, and just for the plus. Gratitude is a must. See blessings fall by my right hand.
Oh, baby. Hey, hey. You okay? You woke up screaming.
Did I?
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's your favorite mystic, TheSirenSayz, and welcome back to my commentary channel where I speak about movie, TV, and very soon to come books. Probably gonna be speaking about books a lot more now because these TV shows ain't hitting. And the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything all throughout and in between those frames of media. Okay, let's get into the debauchery and the nonsense, okay? Look, honestly, very, very honestly, sorry. First off, disclaimers. This is not about the actors. Okay, I know some of them have said some very strange things, but it's not about them. Okay, it's about the characters that they're playing. Tyler Perry, I don't know what he's doing, working for some of y'all, but I'm not giving him any coin when I watch this. So, you know, maybe y'all shouldn't either. There's so many other ways to see things. Anyways, I felt really bored. Halfway through, I felt like coming off the video, and not watching, and then just announcing to you guys that I wasn't gonna come back with this. And it's crazy, right? Because, you know, I was so happy that Robin was back, but I'm not delusional. You know, I was happy for a second, but it was just a second. I know that Andy is not gonna end up back with him, and if they do anything at all, what's gonna happen is that she's gonna cheat on Jordan with Robin, and then Jordan is going to be upset and she's gonna have to make it up to him, and then she's gonna have to kick Robin out of her life for good. Like, if her and Robin were to do anything romantic, I feel like that is the context wherein which that would happen. I don't feel like I would get where I want and she would leave Jordan for Robin, even though she should. And the last 5 seconds of the episode was like proof of that. Let's just be for real. Things that I was complaining about when it came to the interactions between the boyfriends this episode, never really had those issues here. Like, let's have that conversation as well, right? So, what's the word for it? Let's talk about the interactions with the boyfriends, because I really need to discuss that with y'all, all right? I don't like the relationship dynamics, and y'all just gonna have to sue me for that. Y'all just gonna have to sue me for that, all right? It's not cute. It's not giving. I think Rich is the spawn of Satan at this point. I don't really understand. I don't really get why we're here, why he's acting like this, why we're supposed to sit here and just let him talk, and why, for some reason, right, Sabrina is acting all dense and dumb. One thing Sabrina has always been really good at is catching a red flag, even a non-existent one. Yes, I do think what happened with Bio was a non-existent red flag, but whatever, you know, my business. I do think that Rich has some red flags. Okay, I don't want kids, but my girl wants kids. And I was about to have a discussion with you guys about how I didn't appreciate his turnaround, meaning I thought it was real. I thought, you know, he wants kids now. But apparently what I'm getting from this episode, and you can see I put Rich in the middle because I dislike him the most, and I guess I'm gonna have the most to say about him right now. But like, he doesn't really want kids. He just doesn't want to lose Sabrina. Ew. Don't put the little childrens through that. I mean, what? At least one of the parents really want them? And look, Rich doesn't have any sense. Let's be for real, right? Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Why is it, Richard, that you think that Andy is so deplorable? You talking out the side of your neck, so tough, saying all this nonsense, but there you are, shacking up with one of her oldest friends. Why? You think that Sabrina is just better than Andy? You sound delusional. You sound delusional. And why won't you just be for real? Why are you having all these highly toxic negative thoughts about Andy that don't even make sense? Because from what you've seen about her, it doesn't make any sense. But then you trying to like somehow suppress it, and it's not working because Sabrina is slowly catching on that you really don't like Andy. You're trying to like suppress everything. Why? What's the point of all this suppression? I don't understand. I'm looking at you, right? And I'm seeing hypocrisy, fakeness, fraudulence, grossness. I mean, at this point, you should just partner swap and get with Danny. Because this episode just showed that you and her are a lot more compatible. But you know what? You think, let's just be for real, okay? You think that Danny is fun but ghetto. And you feel like you deserve somebody more demure and not. Sabrina's not nice all the time. And she's also not demure all the time. There's a reason why Danny is her best friend. And her other best friend is Maurice. Can you just look at the people around her and realize that you're putting her on an undeserved pedestal? Because that means when she becomes more like Maurice and Danny, you're going to get butthurt. And I'm going to roll my eyes. I was rolling my eyes so much throughout this episode, bro, that my eyes hurt. These men don't know their women at all. And I said this like last year. Was it last year these men came together or whatever? Let's go in to Daniela and Tony. Danny's like, look, I'm stressed. I want to be whatever. I want to get woohooed, whatever. He's not feeling it. He's trying to portray the whole, I'm deeper than that. I'm more than that with you. Then how come the only thing that you and Danny do is discuss that there's something wrong with her or do woohoo? That's all that your relationship is. Woohoo and blame. Like, I don't remember Preston blaming Danny for this much in the years that they were together. And Danny was definitely not acting right when she was with Preston. He had way more of a reason to come at her and point the finger. But you're constantly pointing the finger at her, and she's in therapy, weirdo. She took your little bitty advice and she's in therapy, and you're still blaming her for things. I need you to explain to me why you're still doing this. Is it a little reckless that she wants who after being interrogated? Sure, but it's Danny. And Danny kept saying over and over in the scenes with you that you really don't know her at all. Thank you, Daniela. I didn't think he knew you that well either. I think you just picked him because you had 3 extra things in common that you didn't have with Preston. Superficial things. Things that don't mean anything and that you can't really have long conversations about. Let me explain. There are people who love music and people who like music. Meaning, someone who loves music can talk about it for hours. So let's say she didn't like Preston because he always listens to bluegrass, cowboy, whatever, country music. But she prefers hip hop. It's not even like she prefers hip hop in a way that we're going to hear her go on a tirade about the history and the boom bap and Africa Bambaataa and the ties to Jamaica and you know, like really be geeked out about this stuff. And you don't have to know everything to love something, but at least be a little geeky and want to talk about it for hours, the way the music makes you feel, all of that. It's not even like she's an aficionado in those things. So her having that in common with Tony makes their relationship so much better. It doesn't. They'll just sit down and vibe to it a little bit, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm not seeing in these new relationships where it's so much better than all the other ones that they had before. It's not. To get back to Rich, I don't see him having anything at all in common with Sabrina except that he likes her personality. He likes her personality and he likes how she looks. They have nothing in common at all. But she's pretty and she's black and she seems nice. So he gonna throw the D. I'm bored. I'm not interested. I'm not feeling the chemistry anymore. I'm bored, bro. Why is it that Robin and Andy have more chemistry when they're hopeless and they're never gonna be together than the other two couples that are actually together? And for a second, that's a lie, I wasn't fooled by Tamira and Hayden. But even they have more chemistry, and you know that Tamira does not even appreciate Hayden a little bit anymore. Even they have more chemistry than the other two endgame couples. And I'm not gonna bring Zach and Fatima into it. They have chemistry, but I don't like them anymore, and so everything with them just falls flat. But they do have chemistry, so I'm not gonna rope them in. Okay. The relationships don't make sense. They're boring. They're very surface level, and they're just there to call out the issues with these women. I've been here for 7 years. I know what their problems are. Do you know what their problems are? Yes, they do. Because every 2 episodes, you'll call out one of the women's biggest problems. Like on the last episode, you called out all of Fatima's problems, but you're not gonna fix it though. You're not gonna give her a better partner. You're not gonna give her therapy. You're not gonna fix anything. You're just gonna say, oh yeah, we know what you guys are complaining about, because the flaws with these women are stuff that we're complaining about. They're not actual problems, right? Okay. To continue on and to move on, right? Zach wants to Thelma and Louise with Fatima. Who cares? I'm not interested. I'm not happy. Who cares? That scene didn't mean anything to me at all. It doesn't mean anything to me currently. Okay, they're gonna try and figure it out. Great. Whatever. I don't know who put the pause on Gary. I don't know who did that. But it's not that big of a serious thing to me because Gary is still alive. All that I would want to find out who did it for is just to see who Gary will have a vendetta against once he's back in commission. Speaking of Gary, his little junkie friend, bro. Sir, are you in love with this man? Why are you acting like this? I haven't really seen Gary violate you really, but he's definitely been disrespectful towards you. This does not matter to me. What's the backstory, I guess? You know what? No, I'm not gonna ask. Next thing, we waste more time in the episode getting the backstory between his right-hand man and him. I don't need that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay? Next, Hayden and Tamira, right? So, Hayden is trying to run away. He seems guilty, but I feel like that's a little too obvious. It could be just obvious enough for Tyloronius Perinius, but it also seems like it's a misdirect. Honestly, it could have been Tamira if we're being for real. She was acting like she had no reason to hurt Gary. Like, girl, that man disrespected you left, right, and center. I don't care if it turned you on, ma'am. He consistently disrespected you, so yes, you do have motive. And you didn't seem particularly upset that he got pawed on. Even Andy seemed more upset about that than you did. So yeah, no, Tamira is a little bit higher on my suspect list if I cared. Next up, Karen and them. What happened? What was the leap? Because they had that one half-assed conversation after Trey forced Pam to have more common sense. I don't know. I just don't see why Karen is deciding to help her with this. How much money do you think you're going to get from this? How much do you think that Pam is going to help you with this? Or that, I don't know. I just feel like this is not going to be a good idea and it's going to end very badly. Last but not least, Andy and Robin. Okay, so Robin is the only one with any brains. He's aware. And he didn't have brains at first because for some reason the writers want to remove the brains from all the intelligent characters, whatever. But now he knows that, obviously Gary had something on her. But, they actually had a conversation about the job, uplifted each other for a second, showed how much they still have in common. Crazy that the love interest should have any chemistry. But whatever, they're getting really cozy, consistently cozy, hugging up each other, smiling to his faces. Stop playing with me, Tyler. Stop. You know I love them together. I love it. Don't play with me. let her keep being somewhat distant to him if that's what it's going to be in the end. I don't need for them to have a bunch of scenes together that can be misconstrued as a fairy tale ending at the end. I know he's not going to stay on this show, and I know he's not going to stay with her either. Okay, so just let it go. Now the girls are all confused. Oh my God, what is he doing here? First of all, what did Andy tell you about Robin? Because anything that she told you to make you upset with him is a lie. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. She lied to you. Just like she lied to herself to make herself feel better about not having Robin in her life. Let's be for real about that. Andy consistently lies to herself, and that's why she's always in these situations. Let's be for real, okay? Yeah, so next episode we're gonna see what's going on. Apparently, Andy's partner position is not as under lock and key as we thought it was. Hayden is trying something, but Robin is back, so you know, more likely it's gonna go in Andy's favor. Guys, this show is basura, it's back. This is a short episode. I didn't really want to talk that much, but I spoke about what I wanted to speak about. I'm currently watching a lot of different shows, and I want to make a small videos about them. When I finish the first season of Grey's Anatomy, because I'm watching Grey's Anatomy finally, I'm a Grey baby now. I'll make a video on it, because I'm actually enjoying the show. I didn't think I was going to, but you know what? Shonda Rhimes, especially old Shonda Rhimes, she knew what she was doing. Let's be for real. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below, and enjoy the coziness of fall. Anyway, goodbye, my sires. Sue.